What up, and welcome everybody. Welcome. Yo, look, it's Sunday night. Tom Pease is stuck in South Chicago. I ain't got nothing better to do than to hang out and hop on the live stream with y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting here playing a video game for a little while. I was playing Poly Bridge. I don't know if anybody ever had the opportunity to play that fucking game. It's a cool game. You know what I'm saying? It's all about engineering, building bridges, things of this nature. But like last night, I watched the video, right? And like I was just discussing here with my man. Like, all right, so I watched a video about an upcoming, like what would happen upcoming civil war, and they said, like, look, no matter no matter what happens with this election, like there's gonna be civil unrest. It doesn't fucking matter. Like even if it's not war, it's most definitely gonna be violence, bloodshed, and shit on fire. Come on, fucking, you know what I mean, the election and shit, which is next week, right? So, with that being said, I wanted to stand here and legit have a real conversation about it because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm on the front lines, right? Legit. It was talking about it and it was like, look, you know, it's going to be the East Coast. Y'all saw the phone. Y'all saw the thumbnail. It's going to be the East Coast and West Coast versus everybody else for the most part, right? Gaming, what up, man? Right? Fucking like, yo. So when we're saying, yo, look, it's the 26th of fucking October. The election is November 4th. You know what I'm saying? So y'all put that motherfucking math together. You know what I'm saying? That's 8 days. Legit. We ain't got a whole lot of time left. And with that being said, I want to stand here and, you know what I mean, talk about a couple of things I think is important because of the fact that, like, legit, when you talk about the East Coast, it ends at the borderlands of Philly and Reading and comes into my neighborhood, right? Like, we are legit on the front lines. Me and my children and my family and everybody around me in my neck of the woods is going to keep them niggas the fuck away from y'all. And, like, yo, it's going to be the hot part of it if it happens. And that scared the everything shit out of me because it really does mean we're going to have to fight the last man up in the mountains. You know what I mean? Whether or not we're going to be back and nobody has any idea what's going to happen because let's be honest here, DC's part of the Beltway. You know what I mean? Yo, it is leads versus elite though. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the whole thing, like everybody's at everybody's fucking throat at this, right? If it comes down to the point of where Donald Trump gets elected, right? And all it's going to take is one state to secede, like California, right? And, you know what I'm saying, Northern California go fuck no, but the Southern Californians just do it anyway. The rest of the patch liberals will fucking start following suit. Individuals will do it on their own, right? And you're going to talk about Boston, New York, you know what I'm saying, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, New Jersey, Maryland, possibly Virginia, right? You're talking about states that are just going to start leaving the motherfucking union and shit and voting that they don't want to be part of this anymore. And then you have a problem of how they feed them motherfuckers because legit Northern New York is just like fucking PA. It's the same goddamn way. The rest of New York, there's Trump signs every fucking where. Nobody's voting for Biden in goddamn fucking Syracuse. Unless you're talking about at the college, right? The whole rest of that fucking state is red as fuck. So what happens then? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, when they can't get food and they're hungry. You know what I'm saying? What happens when, you know what I'm saying, they want to start trucking shit in and everybody's blockading the goddamn road? It's going to turn into a motherfucking real actual hot war. Because once you start taking away individuals' food and ability to eat and feed their family, that's a fucking problem. Real shit. You know what I mean? That's, yo, it's a, yo, look, legit. All you got to have is a couple, like, you heard Gretchen Whitmore this week. She said if Trump gets fucking reelected, she's locking her state down harder. Bonnie, you heard that shit, right?
No, I did not hear that one.
Yeah, she said if Trump gets reelected, she's going to lock her state down even harder.
Isn't that a bit draconian?
Isn't that a bit illegal? Unconstitutional? There's a lot of parts of that that just in general fucking wrong. You know what I'm saying? Again, like all it takes
Aren't-
is one state to go into that. Understand?
Aren't these the motherfuckers that are talking about fucking like peaceful transfers of power and whatnot? Where did that go? I guess right out the fucking window, right?
Well, like artists, like here's the bitch, right? Legit. The military is no longer Republican like it used to be because of the fact that like the individuals running the Republican Party right now are anti-war. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Like legit, like yo, they might have like a good portion of the military on their side. It's going to be an actual legit. You know what I mean? Like this is not, you know what I'm saying, just going to be a wipeout. Like they have numbers. Legit. And on top of that,
I mean, dude, look, I'm very, very much war weary. I'm sick of war, and the last thing I ever want to see is another fucking war, especially right here. I mean,
I feel you. Like, so, and it's not going to be your free art. It's going to be mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, like this is some shit that's going to be fought in my backyard. It's some shit that's going to be fought in my streets. It's some shit that's going to be fought, you know what I mean, in my neighborhoods. Legit. Blood in the motherfucking ground and shit.
Jesus Christ, dude, I wouldn't wish that on my fucking neighbor's dog.
This is what it is right now. This is why I wanted to have this live stream, because this is not a joke. You know what I mean? Like what happens when cooperation is no longer an option? Santa Claus is in the motherfucking chat, man. What up? You Meg Raptor, Silver Eagle, motherfucking gaming young's out there, goddamn fucking artist. Prime Moves out there, Lavish Patch Kid. What up, man? What up, everybody? How the fuck y'all doing? Nice to see you out here today. You know, we've got 23 motherfuckers watching. Get the goddamn mix up. You know, make sure everybody subs if you come over here. But legit, I mean, like, yo, this is a real option. Like, real shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, when all else fails, nigga, like, yo, guns come out. Like, it is what it is. The Borderlands, yo, the border in the East Coast and your neighborhood are the Appalachians, my friend. And where the fuck am I from?
You're right in the fucking middle of that shit.
Yep. And I'm on the east side of it, too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I'm roboting a little bit. It's all right, man. I'm going to robot a little bit, man. Fucking, I'm running off of Wi-Fi at the fucking moment.
I was going to say, I figure you're on the job or something.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm in Chicago, man. I'm actually in South Chicago right now, in the murder capital of the United States.
Jesus Christ, man. Fucking windows up, doors locked.
You're fucking right. You're fucking right. No bullshit out here. No, we ain't playing no games. Yeah, I'm not saying that there's gonna be one, right? But like legit, I think that like, yo, we should, you know what I mean, have a mentality at hand. You know what I mean? Like we should have our like, you know, our fucking plan or whatever the case might be, or discuss options, things of this nature while we're going through this shit. Pinoid is not cute. Legit. If I were cute, nigga, I'd be out here smacking around the code right now. Right. But I'll throw a whole Star Trek reference. But like, yeah, man, legit. I'm just saying, right? You're good. All right, we're good. Okay, cool. Like, yeah, all I'm saying, legitimately, like real shit, is that I'm not real sure, like, fucking, like, what we should do. Like, I feel like if we need help, that, like, the rest of y'all should come help. Like, we're gonna need hands and guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. Here's what I'm saying. All y'all need to keep a full tank of gas, especially, like, if you live in the Midwest, and like, yo, if things pop off, y'all need to start heading towards my neck of woods to help motherfucking keep shit at bay.
Hey man, I can't bring much. I can't bring much to the fight, but you know I do have weapons.
I feel you. Like, yo, bring them. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Like, if things get ugly, you know what I mean? If shit turns sideways and, like, you know what I mean? Like, shit really starts popping off, like, we might need some motherfucking help. I'm going to let y'all know right now. You know what I mean? Yo, we'll die to the last man. It'll be what it is. That's what the fuck do where we come from. We ain't no bitches. You know what I'm saying? We're out folk. We don't play fucking games. And we ain't going to let motherfuckers just, you know what I mean, come through. But, like, real.
Hey, if this is the hill these motherfuckers want to die on, fuck it, dude. I'm coming, and they can die on that hill. I will climb it and fucking dethrone them.
Yo, legit. Like, fucking, I'm highly concerned that, like, I'm gonna end up having to die on a hill. That's my fucking problem at the moment.
Don't you go dying on that fucking hill, man. You die defending that hill.
Well, that's
Don't
what I'm saying.
die on it.
You know what I mean? Chicago equals fun with low. Yeah, that's why I stay on the highways in Chicago for the most part. I was actually in East Chicago or West Chicago earlier. Okay, and I went to go pick some shit up. I was supposed to be there at 8:30. I didn't get there because I had a delivery at fucking 9. You know what I mean? About like 100 miles away. And I got there at 12. And like these motherfuckers legit, as I walked in, these motherfuckers was getting in their cars leaving. I was pissed. Like, yo. So I'm stuck here and shit at least. And I got to just load and run it back to the burg. But, you know, man, listen. I mean, like, I am highly concerned about this Civil War type of fucking deal that might be happening. You know what I mean?
I've been concerned about that for a while, man, and I'm convinced that no matter which way this fucking election goes, whether Trump or Biden, whether Trump retains office or Biden gains office, the bloodshed is just going to increase. It's going to get worse.
Yeah, I feel you. Right. Here's like again, like Lavish Patch Kid, here's my problem. If the government fucking does motherfucking yeah, that's kind of the deal. Trump has Space Force deploying to Israel, the largest military department since World War II, our own troops and tanks being shipped back to America. I've been seeing a lot of them going down the road, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, kind of what the deal is. You only die once. I feel, you know what I'm saying? What the, I don't know who the fuck said that shit. He said, but what a fucking tragedy it is on die once for my country. You know what I'm saying? But like legit, that's the thing, man, is again, I say if these motherfuckers, and this is probably what's going to happen, is they're saying, oh, we're going to secede from the Union. Right? Because they don't want to accept the election results. I see that shit happening.
They can do that, and then they become what, a rogue state?
Yeah.
And then the federal government at that point basically has the right to go in and quell that.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
I mean, like, here's the real bitch, right? Is what I'm saying about like fucking this actually being a real motherfucking war. Like, what happens when like North California tells South California to fuck off, right? After they try to secede, what happens then?
Wasn't there a contingency plan a couple 3 years ago to break California into 3 separate states and then allow those states to do whatever the hell they want, and North California to kind of stay with us? I thought that was the question.
It's going to actually happen. Are they going to give up their food?
They're going to have to if they want to break off, man. They're going to have to figure out how to fend for themselves. I mean, the legit.
I mean, like, again, you know what I'm saying? Like, are they going to stand here and, get, like, they're not going to give up their food. That's cool. They're not going to give up their food. They can't do that.
Yeah. SoCal is actually kind of terrible for food production. So Hey man, if they want to run that route, go for it.
Again, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they're not going to give up their fucking food. You know what I mean? So therefore, you're going to have people who are either A, be refugees, or B, you know, I'm begging for fucking help, and you're like going to end up having to have like a fucking leftist communist government that you're going to be dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, this is where we are. Like, yeah, like I know all about California, and I get it. Like, I know that California is like every other state in the fucking nation. All right, every other state in the goddamn nation, legit. The cities are motherfucking blue, and the rest of the fucking state's goddamn red.
Dude, that would be like fucking. All right, my home state of Indiana, okay, Marion County, which I've looked at the maps, is largely blue. Okay, it's not even purple. It is blue. All right. Yeah. If we cut Indianapolis, Indiana off completely because, hey, they want to be dick wagons, they're going to get real hungry real quick. And they're going to come back into the fold.
Like, I get what you're saying, right? But, like, you know, your state, even Indianapolis is pretty well it's pretty red. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, short of a couple of neighborhoods, it's pretty fucking red. Right? Your real problem in Indiana is like fucking South Bend and Gary.
Dude. And you were just talking about being up in Chicago, man. Fucking, we zipped around Chicago and missed our exit doing fucking 90 with traffic and shit and ended up in Gary. And I was like, oh, goddamn. I know where we're at. I got on the radio. I was like, dude, we're in Gary. We got to get the fuck out of here right now.
I ain't really scared of places like that, you know, but still, like, yeah, I feel where you are. Like, I don't like fucking being in them. I try my best not to stop truck stop in those areas, but I had a place to park this morning. I mean, like, I had to fucking enjoy it. There was nowhere else to go short of like driving 100 miles from Chicago to get to a place. So I stopped at this fucking rest area over here off of 294. You know where I am. I'm in 294 down in South Chicago at the moment.
Yep. I know exactly where you're at.
Yeah. Not the best place in the world. Not what the fuck I'm leaving either, which is another pain in the ass, right?
I don't envy you, bro. I do not envy you at all. Godspeed, brother.
Everybody is upset with Newsom. Like, real shit. It's not, you know, I mean, just some people. Like, everybody is upset with Newsom. But the real bitch is that places like Silicon Valley and, you know, fucking like all those tech hubs and San Francisco and LA, like, yo, they're fully behind left wing no matter what happens. It's fall blue no matter what. How they feel on that bitch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yo,
and that worries me.
Has looked at no maps. Unless it's a map on how to fail at life of being a furry. Goddamn fucking Yoda, like, the only reason I really fucking really like Yoda is a troll, right? But like, yo, contribute something positive to the goddamn conversation for fuck's sake. Anyway, anyway, like, yo, so wait, just don't leave the truck stop. Yeah, I've been there. Anyway, yeah, fuck. So, like, yeah, this is what's weighing on my mind right now. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, what about my sons? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what about my little girls? Like, yo, fucking man, listen, like, if there's a civil war, it's gonna be ugly. Like, I'm half tempted to like let my little girls up in the mountain, let them chill and fucking cut. So they don't fucking, I mean, like, they fuck with them and shit. But then again, like, yo, they're in a neighborhood where like there's some goddamn piece of shit motherfuckers in there. It's just, I don't know, legit. There's like, any place you have poor people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like any place you have motherfucking poor people living in Section 8, it's fucking dangerous, legit. Like, if you have government housing, it's fucking dangerous for normal people to fucking be there. You know what I mean? So, fucking like real shit. 3-4 should have shut the fuck up, right? Anyway, like fucking so. like, and this is kind of the problem, is like cities have a whole lot of poor populations that are going to be very, very dangerous to everybody. So, and they're going to leave. And they've been spreading out already because cities have been banning fucking like government housing and shit because they don't want, more and more fucking poor people stacked into the fucking cities. And if they can spread out those fucking poor with Democrat fucking voters in Republican areas.
And this, I assume this has something to do with like affordable housing and shit moving into the suburbs.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's really what that whole fucking thing is. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of fucking affordable housing and fucking, bullshit moving in the goddamn suburbs. You know what I mean? Which makes that place goddamn unstable too. And all of a sudden, like, you have fucking nice, beautiful goddamn school full of motherfucking hoodlums and shit out here, just tearing shit up and graffiti in the whole fucking place.
Yeah.
Jokers up in this bitch. Oh, fucking Joker, what up, man?
Yo.
Hey, what up, Joker?
So what you guys talking about?
Yeah, I'm fucking. It's a civil war coming. That's what the fucking goddamn stream is called.
Yeah, well, I've not only I've been having this feeling, but friends of mine that are both of the left and the right has been talking about that.
I saw a video there that scared shit out of me. Right. Because this election, legit, all it's gonna take is one governor to go seceding from the fucking union.
Yeah.
One state, and it's all over with for everybody. Because that would just be more states, and you have that compact for those fucking people. You have the compact in 20 states who say, fucking, they're gonna just go with the fucking, they'll give their electoral votes to whoever wins the popular vote.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? What?
If it'd be your guess, who would you think would secede first?
If it were my guess, I would guess Oregon, Washington, California.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those three.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a West Coast state for sure.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be the Northeast. The Northeast will follow suit afterwards.
They'll see if they'll dip their toes in the water and see if it's swimmable, and if it is, they'll fucking go in head first. I promise you they will. But it's gonna be like SoCal or Washington or Oregon, and I'd probably say Oregon if I were a betting man, which I'm not, but I'd say Oregon.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Oregon, because I think the people in Washington and people of Oregon is like, man, we've had enough of this Antifa BLM stuff, and they're starting to defend stuff. So my guess would be California.
Yo, Tom.
Well,
Joker.
actually, to be exact, Southern California, because Northern California, from what I've heard, it's like pro-Trump crowd. It's like Southern Cal that hates him.
Well, here's the deal. Oregon legitimately, they are radicals. Right? Their government are radicals. They recently passed a bill that says it's illegal to call the police on black people.
Oh, yeah, I heard
what?
about that.
Yeah. Fucking, and on top of that, they had their fucking the Republican senators, legit, they sent the state police to fucking grab them and bring them back for a fucking vote. And the governor issued warrants for their fucking arrest for them leaving the fucking state house to motherfucking not vote for something. There was only 3 or 4 Republican senators in the house.
Man, see, it's just like that, man. I don't think they should be arrested. It's just like, hey, if you don't want to show up for your job, just boot them out.
Not they literally chased them to Idaho. Am I still lagging really bad?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, I apologize, man. Like, shit, fucking internet here is fucking iffy at best.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that when you're in that corridor, you are a little choppy. Well,
Yeah,
a
it
lot
happens.
of choppy.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's when you told me
Hey,
when
man,
you just said that, it's a
I've
case.
been through there. I understand. Go ahead, Joker.
It's a case of like I just said, just don't arrest them, just boot them out and run an emergency election.
Because they refused to vote on a bill that was terrible, right?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, what was the bill?
Like, I don't know, it was some dumb, terrible ass fucking bill about socialism or fucking, public fucking healthcare, some garbage. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Oh, okay.
They didn't
Are you talking about UHC and universal fucking wages and shit?
Turn down your microphone, son. Like, legit, you are at like 400,000 at the moment. I've turned you down like 4 fucking times years.
Damn it.
Yeah. Like legit, that's kind of the fucking deal. Anyway, I'm biased and no public Wi-Fi there, right? But anyway. Yo, fucking Yoda. Legit. Yo. Anyway, fucking man, listen. Like, I'm playing with you, like one of those West Coast states are gonna fucking try and play some bullshit grandstanding. They're gonna secede from the fucking union bullshit. And like when they do, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking, you know what I mean? It's on like Donkey Kong, son.
All right, so how the hell do I change my mic volume?
I don't fucking know.
How about step away from your mic a little bit?
Yeah, back.
My mic is like 3 feet away from me. I don't understand.
Yo, like, yeah, anyway, fucking, man, listen, so this is, you know what I'm saying, legit, like, what the fucking, you know what I mean, like, what's been fucking weighing on my mind as of all fucking day today. And I'm just sitting here going over my head because legit, they were standing here, like, talking about, like, man, listen, like, the main front, like, if fucking happens and come to a civil war point where motherfucking, like, states are leaving the union, like, the front's in my backyard, right? Legit. Yo, it's the Apple. They're like, yo, the only way they can extend in the rest of the country is to go to the Appalachians. Like, if we hold, then the union holds. If fucking we don't hold, then everything falls.
Yeah.
And I mean, so that means us dying to the last fucking man to fight off all of the fucking Northeast.
Man. Even though, like, I don't like the idea of another civil war. It's like, I don't think that those guys will win, in my opinion.
They have the numbers. On top of that, they got a lot of military backing now.
What?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of military backing at this point. Because the new Republican Party don't want to fucking go to war all the fuck time. We're not neocons anymore. We don't want to go bomb every goddamn country. Lavish Patch, I feel where you are. Like, that's most definitely, you know what I'm saying, in the game plan, it comes down to that. Legit. like, yeah, for sure, that's happening. Like, 100%. Like, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Joe, like, legit, other than, like, yo, I mean, how do you survive some shit like
that? Is that any better?
A lot better.
No.
Oh.
Is it a lot better? Did you say it's a lot better?
Yeah, it sounds quite a bit better to me.
I'll turn myself down to 25%. Is that better at all?
Yeah. All right. I don't know. Like, you peak out a lot. Anyway, fucking
Sorry, man.
shit like this, why world peace is impossible. World peace is impossible because, like, fucking, yo, Joshua, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Cabby was the man. Fucking world peace is impossible because, like, world peace is impossible. Like, it's never been a thing. It's never fucking been something that actually happened. Like, people need resources and countries don't have them. And that's why the world peace is impossible. Like, giant populations of individuals who legitimately don't have the resources to be able to feed and clothe and water and have energy for their countries. And so therefore you're always going to have conflict in trying to get those. It's that simple. You have countries that can't fucking protect their goddamn borders, like Russia, for instance. You know what I mean? So they have to, like, the whole reason they started the USSR and they took over all those countries, legit, the USSR had smaller borders than Russia does today. Like, people don't know about that type of shit. You know what I mean?
Russia is fucking huge, man. They've got people coming in from everywhere. We've got to protect our southern border. That's it. Russia, holy shit, man. East, west, southern. Russia's big.
Did you know Russia today actually has bigger borders than when they were the USSR? Barney.
No shit.
Yeah. Miss C Gypsy. What up, man? Right. So, yo, man, listen, Santa Claus, the reason, like, yo, here's some shit right here. Right. Hold on. Let me put this up on the motherfucking screen. Right. So, progressives have never been a ton of popular support used propaganda through film and news, Hollywood, and their anti-white capitalism and anti-capitalism narrative. Right. Like, I feel exactly what you're saying, my brother. Right. And the problem isn't the fact that, like, it's years of propaganda, this and that. Right. The issue is legitimately is that, like, you know, the opportunities for individuals are much smaller than they've ever been in the history of our country. That's the fucking problem. The problem is that we printed ourselves into fucking oblivion. The problem is that everybody's going to college and nobody's getting a fucking job. The problem is that wages have been stagnant for 40 fucking years. These are the problems, right? Captain Falcon, I don't know, man. I don't fucking legit. Do I think it? I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucking, you know what I mean? I'm not sure. Like, PA is fucking questionable. It's always a toss up. Am I still roboting?
A little.
Yeah.
Is it bad?
Yeah, you are.
Is it bad?
If this answers your question, you asked, is it that? So yeah, you're still roboting, bro.
Sorry, man. I'm roboting quite a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yo, goddamn. Fucking anyway.
But hey, it's all right.
Is it cutting out or is it just roboting?
On my end, it's cutting off.
Okay. It's robotic for me.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? Fucking yo, what up, Michael Hatfield? Right. So, all right. Pennsylvania is problematic only because of the fact that, like, legit, nobody knows what's going on in Philly, and Philly is fucking terrible, right? Yo, hold on. Let me fix my. All right. So now my mic should be a little bit better. It shouldn't motherfucking be cutting out as much. Is it still cutting out?
No, no, you sound good for now.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Fucking like, yo, man, listen, like I'm with you, like, yo, my microphone legit, it works off of a fucking like a USB Android jack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know why I'm lagging. Like the lagging thing is fucking weird. Like why y'all are behind me.
I don't know any reason why we should be.
Like I talk and then like fucking like it takes you like 3 seconds to like fucking hear what I say or some shit. There you go. There it just happened to fuck again. Legit. Anyway. So yeah. All right. Anyway, fucking like yeah. So PA problem is Philly, right? And Philly is like a super corrupt, terrible left wing fucking town, right? And
I've heard Philly is pretty bad.
It's awful corruption wise, right? It's like Chicago, except like nobody really fucking has any idea what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? Legit. It's like Chicago, except like fucking nobody pays attention to it because it's not New York, right? It's hidden by New York and Baltimore and DC. So like, yo, when things happen in Philly, nobody has any fucking idea. Like I bring y'all fucking videos from Philadelphia on a regular basis. Like when Jesus got arrested in fucking center of Philadelphia, right? Nobody had any idea that Jesus got arrested in the middle of fucking Philadelphia and shit.
What? No, I didn't hear anything about that either.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They arrested Jesus in the middle of motherfucking Philadelphia and shit, right?
Okay.
Not only did they arrest Jesus in the middle of fucking Center City, Philadelphia, they had like black Muslims out here fucking shooting it out with the cops in the middle of the fucking city. They tried to ban fucking bulletproof glass because it's racist in Philadelphia. Right?
Bulletproof glass is racist in Philadelphia. Oh my god! The last time I was in like a fucking hardcore fucking ghetto as fuck location, man. The bulletproof glass was kind of a thing that I had to deal with.
I feel what you're saying, legit. Like I feel, right? But what I'm telling you is like, man, listen, like Philadelphia is fucking horrible. All right, legit, it is fucking horrible. Their politics are the most terrible woke shit you could possibly imagine. Like fucking, I'm not joking with you. Like tried to take away the Korean stores, fucking the Korean bodegas from Koreans and give them to black people because they said, well, if these people are too scared of the black folks and don't want to fucking take down their bulletproof glass, we'll just take the stores from them and give them to fucking the people who live here.
What?
Yo, what the hell? All right. 3-4 says GB about to wax poetic about something he knows nothing about. Santa says, yeah. 3-4 says last time was never. Dude, I've been all up and down the goddamn East Coast many years ago, but I've been there. I've seen this crazy shit.
Like, yo, there's things there. Like, yo, only thing on the East Coast you hear about is New York, right? Like, yo, you might see some shit in the wire about Baltimore. You might hear about Boston from guys like Mark Wahlberg, right? And I mean, like, yo, but you really don't know how fucking terrible these goddamn fucking, you know what I mean, whatchamacallits are, right?
I
no idea how bad these places are.
Everybody
like I was in Baltimore.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, look, man, fucking, yo, yo, fucking, yo, don't, yo, he's just trolling. Don't let him get to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, just try to bother you. All right, fucking, they're not politicians. What they are is super woke leftist females who went to college, right? And they're black, right? And like, yo, not only that, but like, then you'll have like Jews running fucking like boards of like, you know, fucking community boards and things of this nature. And it turns into this super woke thing where like the black people say some crazy shit and then the Jews just co-sign the fuck out of it. And it's just fucking crazy, right? Yo, radical. I noticed that. Yo, I noticed that. Like, yo, that's something that bothers the shit out of me. Like, I was sitting here fucking, yo, nigga, we got 50 fucking people watching this shit right now. Fucking like, yo, I was checking that out when I was going through Pittsburgh last week. Like, fucking, there are a lot of motherfucking Biden out in motherfucking the Pittsburgh area and southern fucking Southwest PA and shit. I'll tell you what, I was in the fucking sticks in PA and I saw a bunch of goddamn Biden shit. And I know what it is. They're state workers, right? And this is what I'm trying to tell Joker. This is what I was trying to tell Joker earlier, right? Fucking, like fucking, you know, dude, Fred Blanson, like it's way worse than what you think. You know what I'm saying? It's worse than that. Like it's not even on. It's worse than that. Now I'll get there in a second. Give me 1 minute, right? Fucking. I was trying to tell you, like, yo, state workers and fucking people in the military are voting Biden. All right. And it's not because of the fact that like Biden's better for like, you know, I mean, any real reason other than the fact that he's going to protect military and government jobs that Trump is ending. And Fred Blanston, the females in Philadelphia who fucking are trying to put this shit up, legit, it literally has nothing to do with protection and provision at all. It has to do with the fact that like legitimately females are upset that they have to go to work in the morning and they see dudes having a shot at the bodega when they're buying their fucking lottery tickets, right? Because like if what they'll do in the bodega, like they have these weird rules in PA about fucking, yo, man, look, Brute Force, like link is in my fucking Discord if you want to fucking join, right? Fucking, but we're not going to turn this into a kumite because like legit, we got 50 people watching. So like, the females, what they do is they'll stand here and find a way to get rid of the bodegas, right? Because they don't want to see black dudes drinking at 6 a.m. after they got off of work, right? Legit.
What the fuck is wrong with drinking at 6 a.m. after you just got off work?
Yo, man, now you're cutting out for me.
Oh,
yo,
God
Joker.
Damn it.
Joker. God damn it. Fucking like, yo, son of a bitch.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway.
I muted. I muted myself. Sorry.
Yo, it's cool. It's cool. I just wanted to know whether or not motherfucking Kanye West is a gay fish. I feel where you are. It's important to know. Fucking like, yeah. But like legitimately, yo, they're passing laws to get rid of dudes drinking, right? That's what this is about. This is all about the fact that they don't like that dudes are drinking and they're upset, right?
Wait, what?
All right. So he was saying something about fucking what was it? 6 a.m. and drinking. What the hell is wrong with me wanting to drink a little bit at 6 a.m. after I got off work?
You know, for work. Yeah, like after you get off a third shift, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you want to be able to go get a beer or a shot, whatever the case might be. And like these places, what they do is because Pennsylvania has ridiculous liquor laws, you have to for 20 people. Now, before COVID, what they did is they just had 20 chairs stacked up in the corner of my fucking kitchen, right? So they go, yeah, we have 20 places for people to sit. You know what I'm saying? And so now you have a restaurant license and you're allowed to motherfucking sell liquor and fucking alcohol in the fucking state of Pennsylvania. And they open up at like 6 a.m. and they'll sell somebody a shot. And the women are highly upset about this. They're highly upset about the fact that like dudes are allowed to go get a shot at fucking 6 o'clock in the fucking morning.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
I feel what you're saying. Like, I'm about freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you want to do is your goddamn fucking business. But
Yeah.
legit, so now they want to ban these goddamn businesses in general, right? Mad Dodge, I sent you a link in your motherfucking Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, yo, Mad Dodge, the Democrats versus the Republicans are always women versus men. All right? Like, yo, it's in the name. Like democracy is for the fucking Democrats, right? Republican means it's supposed to be a republic, a representative form of government, right? Legit is actually in the name of who the fuck you're voting for, right? So like it was actually what women want versus what men want, legit.
Dude.
Like this is a
hold up.
What up?
Fred here in the chat says the moral policing is related to the protection and provision. It's the instincts of women and men that are how women survive.
Well, yes, and yes. I mean, like yes and fucking no. Like it's the more is related to the principle of the protection and provision. It's sort of kind of that way, right? They're taking over, true, but that's not the party. The party is always left. It has always been left. The Democrats are the party of FDR. Democrats are the party of fucking fucking goddamn, what the hell was his fucking name? I just had it a second ago in my fucking head. Shit, FDR's vice president, and then the dude who got beat by fucking, I think it was Grover Cleveland, who got shot, and then fucking, or was it? Yeah, it was Taft. Taft beat him, and then fucking FDR or fucking Theodore Roosevelt became president, right? So this is kind of what the deal is. Like, the Democrats have always been far left, no matter what you're talking about. They've always been a far left fucking party. Like, in 1965, Democratic Party absorbed the no, Joshua, they were already communists before this, legit. Fucking, it's not William Hearst. It was fucking William Bryan Jennings. There we go. William Jennings Bryant. Fucking like, look him up and understand. This motherfucker used to go around rally to rally. And this is in 1904. He would go around screaming about how no one could make $1 billion honestly, and how he was gonna fucking come and take their fucking money by force with the fucking government. Real shit. That's the Democrat Party. Fucking shit. I'm trying to think.
DV
hop on
says
your Google machine and look up who was fucking FDR. No, FDR's first vice president, not his second one. His first vice president. Truman was his second vice president. Fucking originally had a dude who was in what you call it? Shit, what the fuck was his goddamn name?
Oh, fuck. Wait.
Look up FDR.
Joshua here says in 1965, the Democratic Party absorbed the Communist Party.
Yeah, I already addressed that. Right, fucking.
Okay.
Like, I already addressed that. Like, they were already communists before that. Legit.
Yeah. We already knew they were fucking communists.
Yo, look, Golden Bonnie, Joker, one of the two of you needs to motherfucking get on the goddamn Google machine and look up FDR's first president or first vice president.
Roger.
1, 2, 3, not me. I nominate Joker.
Doing it
Who
right
was it?
now.
Right,
Hold on, I'm
that
looking up.
Yeah. Like, fucking, you're goddamn right. These motherfuckers were socialist, legitimately. Bitch the Reaper, dude, in my fucking Discord, in the general, is a link to this motherfucking Streamlabs or StreamYards. Bring your ass to fuck in here. Come have a conversation with me. I got 50 people watching. If we can get some motherfuckers over to sub to your fucking channel and shit. Fucking, and by the way, y'all should be subbed to Full Metal Joker, too. This dude makes fucking decent ass content and shit. Like, yeah.
Here we go.
Damn right, Tom.
I found it.
What was his name?
Henry A. Wallace.
Henry Wallace. Wallace. Henry Wallace literally started the Progressive Party. Legit. He ran before he was FDR's vice president on the fucking progressive ticket, and then ran afterwards after FDR died on the progressive ticket. This dude legit was a fucking open fucking socialist, and he was hiding in the goddamn Democrat Party in the 1930s.
Dude.
All right. I don't mean to step on anybody's toes here, but Bloodletter 87. are the general public accepting the evidence that they were lied to about the details and effects of COVID? Yes, we are blindly accepting that.
Well, okay, here's, the government's trash, and everybody knows that the government's trash, and so therefore you should probably, you know what I'm saying, not be upset that they didn't know what the fuck was going on. Legit.
We didn't.
Why?
We've never. This is new. We don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Legit, I'm not joking with you. These motherfuckers, the government doesn't really know shit. Right? The government's fucking garbage and always has been garbage. It doesn't know anything. Everybody thinks that the government is like God. It's not. They're not fucking infallible. They have no idea what's going on, and they make the best decisions possible with the information that they fucking have. Real shit. You know what I mean?
Joshua, the coronavirus has been around for a very long time. It is called the flu.
Well, it's like the bird flu. It's certain flus, right? It's not you know what I'm saying? The government, the government is the Wizard of Oz. You pull the fucking sheet back and just some small dude fucking pulling some goddamn fucking, you know what I mean, levers and shit. He literally read off a teleprompter that he had fucking, you know what I mean, a giant fucking a big ass coalition for fucking voter fraud. Legit. You know what I mean?
If you listen to the last presidential debate and you listen to all the flubs and stutters, okay, Joe is reading off a teleprompter, but it's obvious that he's not even capable of doing that.
I've been dealing with the government since I was a child, right? Legit. I got locked up my first time at 15 on some dumb shit, and I've been dealing with these fucking pieces of shit ever since. They were always trash at their job. They've never fucking been good at anything. Anytime you go deal with the government, legit, I've had government workers look at me and go, "We don't take check, cash, or credit cards." And you just look them in the face and go, "How am I supposed to pay you?" They go, "Oh, you have to go walk down the street and get a fucking money order, right, in order for us to be able to accept it, because we don't know how to accept credit cards."
Yeah,
right?
that sounds like some fucking money laundering fucking bullshit. All right, Tom, real quick.
It's not. They're just trash. They're trash at their job. They're trash at what they do.
All right.
Right.
Hold up. Real quick story. I promise this is going to be very fast.
Mr. Reaper, it's called COVID-19. It's actually COVID 2019, right? They just cut the 20 off of it, right? It's like the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, all right? The COVID and fucking Corona has existed forever. It was the bird flu. It was motherfucking H1N1. All these things are goddamn coronaviruses.
H1N1, F1N1, SARS, chicken pox, fucking, you nailed it. This is not new. This is not new.
Things. Right? Yo, Mitch, bring your ass in here if you want to have a conversation, man. Legit. Fucking goddamn it. I could, you know what I mean, use somebody you know what I mean, know some shit. You know what I mean? Help me the fuck out. But real talk, there's no reason why the fuck that, you should expect the government to know anything, because they don't fucking actually know. Right? Just, the government is fucking trash. The government's working on garbage information. They're all ran by everybody. Everybody who works for the government is pretty much under the age of 45 unless they're an elected official or a fucking administrator.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because you know what? They all retire after 20 fucking years.
That's their God-given right. I mean, you spend 20 years in public service. Yeah. Hey, man. Cool. We'll take care of you.
Bloodletter Guilt. COVID is not. COVID is man-made. The reason it was man-made is because they were trying to come up with a cure for it. They were working on it in the lab to try and come up with a cure for it, and then it escaped.
Let's fucking engineer this thing, and then release
yeah.
it because hey,
Yes.
we were trying to create a cure.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. I still think it was some sort of weapon.
Yeah, it's not a weapon. Like legit,
It's-
they were legit. They were looking at worse strains and like different ways it could evolve. You know what I mean? And trying to like get ahead of shit and trying to be proactive because this was a private lab. This was not a fucking like public lab. It wasn't like a government lab. This was a private laboratory set up by a fucking drug company who's trying, come up with like cures for shit before it happens and testing on like the evolution of fucking shit. This is what labs do. Right, and it fucking escaped, like legit. You know what I mean? It's not some purposeful shit. Stop listening to fucking dumb people. Like it's annoying. Like anybody ever met? You know what I'm saying? Has anyone ever actually met somebody who does this shit for a living? You'll know that usually they're just people. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, we're not doing some crazy, fucking ill-fated shit where we're trying to like infect the world with some crazy goddamn fucking thing. We're just, fucking doing whatever the fuck it is we do, right? And
have
like
I
legit.
ever met like
Well, if that's the case, it just goes to show you don't fuck with nature.
Yeah, no shit. You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna say, have I ever met a geneticist? No, I have not.
know,
Nor
like,
would I ever want to meet one. Holy shit, they work with some crazy fucking shit.
Yeah, I used to sell coke to fucking like thermonuclear engineers and shit. like, you know what I mean?
God damn.
I don't underestimate the evil in some people. I know people are fucking evil and fucked up and terrible. Again, this is why I'm worried about civil war. Like, because soldiers legit, look, a lot of people have no idea how fucking terrible things were very recently in history, right? Look, Germany and Poland and, you know what I'm saying, Ukraine, like, that's a list of countries legit that the Russian fucking army went raping through. All right. They literally raped their way through these countries. Like fucking, like, goddamn fucking Attila the Hun style, just raping their way the fuck, Genghis Khan style, just raped everything. Bitches used to go to collect their fucking, their bread in a fucking weekly fucking thing. Right. And when they did, they'd look at each other and they'd ask one question: how many? Right? Because they were asking how many dudes had raped them that week. Right? Legit.
Wow.
Mr. Reaper, what up, man?
Hey, what's
Mr.
happening?
Ripper. Yeah, I'm fucking chilling, man. I'm doing what the fuck it is I do. You know how this works.
Yes, I do.
I'm having a hell of a live stream. It's like one of the biggest audiences I've ever had. Legit.
Oh, fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Now the trick is,
out here watching.
What's that?
What? Got 50 people out here watching and shit.
Right on. Now the trick is to get me to stop shamelessly shilling the book that my co-author and I wrote.
Yo, man, fucking show
Hello,
up.
Mr. Ripper.
You want?
Good evening.
This guy writes books on the Constitution.
Yes, we did.
Yo, fucking, what is it? What's this fucking book called? It's like
we called it a
amendment, some shit.
We called it a reconstitute us to form a more perfect union. And essentially it's an exercise in how do I phrase this? I always forget how to phrase this. This is why I'm not a shameless shiller. Though I'm doing so now. Figure that one out. No, it's an exercise in writing legislation to keep the government in check in the form of constitutional amendments without stomping on the rights of the people. And to write those. What's that?
Yeah, they're out here congratulating me. I said, thank you, everybody. It's appreciated. You know what I'm saying? We work hard out this bitch, to make good content for you and have good people on and individuals who are informed and know some shit. You know what I mean? It's really difficult. I'll be honest with you, man. Like, growth has been really hard because a lot of people have been getting monetized recently. So they therefore no longer want me on their channels.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they get monetized and they go, I don't want you on my channel anymore because like I'm concerned that YouTube's gonna throw me off and burn my channel.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
That's what YouTube has been doing. They're kicking people off of the play. They're shadow banning is what they're doing. Shit. If I can think of it, I'll give you guys the channel name.
Sounds kind of like what
But
happens in government.
yeah, no. Google is just hiding people at this point.
Well, that's what they've been doing to me forever. But you know what? I still grow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're
I'm still
goddamn
growing.
lucky, and because you have a solid enough base, and people like myself and these fine individuals that will spread your videos around. So to circumvent their stupid damn fucking algorithm.
Yo, I'm so blacklisted that like BitChute, like it mirrors your content. Like it's subbed to your channel, right? BitChute, it's subbed to your channel. And therefore, every time they get a notification of you dropping a video, they will mirror your content. Well, BitChute has stopped mirroring my content because it's no longer getting notifications that I drop videos anymore.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Bloodletter 87. I promise you that shadow banning is not just a Twitter thing. It is absolutely a thing on fucking YouTube.
Mhm.
These assholes will suppress you.
Oh
I
God,
promise
yes.
you.
Oh,
yeah.
I've noticed that even though I only get a handful of people watching it, I've noticed my view count drop dramatically. Like it was like a slow trickle of people that come in and watch my stuff. Now it's just a drip.
Joker, may I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How hard has your watch dropped off from subscribers and unsubscribers? I promise you that your unsubscribers have plummeted.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's,
Like, yo,
it's
everybody,
probably like 0.5%.
yo, legit, my fucking here's the real bitch, right? My fucking channel, like when they show me how many fucking times that other individuals have even seen my content, like, you know, like fucking like glanced at it on like a notification page, I have 2,300 subscribers on average. Every video they only show it to 1,100 people.
Sounds about right.
All right, so you're losing half of your subscribers. And
Well,
that
no,
tells
really,
me
it's
I
that
lose
just
about
your
90%.
videos,
I get
over half of the subscribers are not being served the
that
content that
tells
they
me
subscribe
that
to.
the YouTube algorithm is not showing your videos to your non-subscribed. All right, your video is not going out. You are being suppressed by the fucking Google.
Pretty much.
yeah.
Fuck them.
Anyway, so
Ooh.
we started this off talking about the Civil War, like that might be upcoming after this fucking election next week, right?
Yes, sir.
Yo, Mitch, man, legit. Well, what's your thoughts? Because I'll tell you what, I watched the video last night, scared the shit out of me. Because like, yo, they broke down like, because like these are like alternate history individuals who break down wars and what type of wars would be fought. You know what I mean? Like with other.
Well, for one thing, it's not going to be the.
And they said if there's a civil war fought in the United States,
I'm
it's
sorry,
going to
I
be
thought
in
you
my
finished 'cause
backyard.
I couldn't hear you any longer.
Yeah,
I'm
cut
sorry.
out on
My shit
end,
cuts out. I
too.
apologize.
Ah, the bloody packet loss. Anyhow, I don't watch a bunch of that stuff. The reason I don't watch it is because, for one thing, it depresses the hell out of me. It's the last thing I want to see is America fall into that kind of thing. And one of my biggest concerns is that, and I think I'm right about this, if we see another civil war in this country, it's not going to be as cut and dry as North and South.
No.
I think the faction count is going to be enormous.
Okay, so here's how they broke it down, right? And this is the most likely scenario. If, say, like, California, Oregon, Washington. Like these are the three big fucking states in this ideology that starts this shit kicked off. If they don't accept the election and they end up standing here seceding from the union, right? They go, we're not going to live under Trump anymore, right? Then it's going to have like a cascade effect. Whichever state does it first, then like, it'll be the other West Coast states, and then it'll be like the Northeast states. But the problem is like, you have places like New York or upstate New York where it's all red, and they'll probably end up just leaving.
And you broke out. Broke out? That's not the word.
Oh, man. He just went in the dead zone.
Yep.
There.
Okay. You're going to have to re-say all that.
Yep.
Oh my God. It all got dropped. Like fucking, I'm sitting here watching my fucking circle and shit. Fucking like it's expanding. Shit. Like I'm over here looking at my shit. Like fucking, I don't know what the fuck's going on. My God. Like, I had 5 bars a second ago. Now I got like 2. Anyway. All right. Look. Fucking. All right. So if the West Coast.
Last thing he said was cascade effect.
Okay. All right. Cascade effect. So if the Northeast follows suit, right, with like fucking, the West Coast all fucking tries to secede from the union, fucking just standing up, doing all types of retarded at. Can you hear me still?
So far.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Yes, sir.
So if the West Coast stands up, does like
And there it
union
went.
too, right?
Until
Then
we
the
can't
fucking
hear you.
East Coast, there. Yo, legit. I think YouTube's legit trying to censor me. Like fucking, like somebody's fucking with my shit. There's 5 fucking bars. 5 bars right there. I'm gonna hold the phone right in this fucking spot. Right? Yeah. So if the fucking East Coast follows suit with the West Coast and leaves, this war will be fought in my backyard.
Yes, it will. Mine too.
Yes.
Wait, are you in my neck of the woods?
I don't know about that, but I'm let's say that I'm in the north, but somewhat in the middle, a little bit closer to the east. What's going to happen is flyover country is where everything's going to be. It's where all those crazy leftists will want to fight the war because they don't want to ruin their rose gardens.
Yeah.
Well,
But
like my issue is this: like, if they want food, they're gonna have to fucking go to the Appalachians.
Yes,
Oh, snap.
And
they don't understand the nature of the interconnectivity
if you're
of the
talking
states.
about if you're talking about the middle of the country, then no. But if you're talking about the East Coast, yeah, all your food comes through us.
Yeah.
Yep.
They'll be definitely trying to hit my state because, like, dude, we've got a bunch of
They're
farmers
gonna
and
kick
stuff
the
here.
shit out of Indiana.
They ain't gonna.
Well, no, like here's the deal. Like, yo, if we hold, then the nation holds. If we fall, everybody else falls.
Oh, they ain't. Just say what you will about South Carolina, man. They will hold.
Dude, do not ever underestimate a Carolinian.
Well, no,
Those
like, yo,
motherfuckers are tough.
well, here's the problem. Here's the problem, right? All right. So, like, first off, the military is moving towards the Democrats.
Yeah, I heard.
I don't know.
Right.
Is
I don't
that
understand
like, nah,
why
because
that
the military exists at different tiers, if you know what I mean. Now, if it's the military leadership moving toward the Democrats, I'm not that concerned because, armchair generals tend to not really do much as far as getting out in the field and shooting people. They're just sitting up there giving orders and whatever. But you get like your
if you want to look at a fucking 25-year staff sergeant that's faced with a keg chugging college kid that comes out immediately as a second lieutenant, they're not going to be respected.
Right.
Well, it depends.
it's not.
Well, yeah.
It's not about that though, man. It's about the fact that like Nancy Pelosi, Democrats are the individuals who continue the fucking wars for the Pentagon.
Yep.
Yeah, when it
I
comes to
don't
the
give a
military-
rat's ass about Pelosi. I really don't.
Well, no, Benoit
Yeah,
makes a good point though, because it's the Democrats that keep the upper echelons of the military funded
Yeah,
because of the
wait a
endless
minute.
wars.
Well, both of
And-
you have a point.
And you do realize that the majority of the American population is just completely sick of these endless fucking wars that will not stop. We're tired, man. We're done.
As I was about to say, like, both Pinoid and this other guy has a point. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Like the people that have never seen combat, they're going to be, of course, they're going to be on the Democratic side. But the hardcore veterans that had to walk through rivers of blood and gore and shit, they're Republican.
But again, that war's not going to be fought upon that kind of a front. It's going to be more splintered factions than that. It's not simply going to be left versus right.
Yeah.
I mean,
because too many people have their fingers in certain pies, and some pies you don't want to give up.
Well, like, here's the other half too. Like, here's the other half as well. You got to remember, like, these Midwestern people and Southern people, they really don't actually like Trump.
Okay, you roboted there. They don't really what?
Yeah, they don't really like Trump.
No, Trump is I hate to say it, but President Trump is in many ways a protest vote. I think that's why a lot of people vote for him.
I like the president just fine. He doesn't want any more war. And honestly, dude, look, in 2001, I tried to enlist in the Marine Corps, and they told me, hey, we take you, but you're a fucking retard, and you dropped out of high school. And frankly, we have enough dropouts. So, bye.
Sounds about right.
Well, Red Feather,
was like,
legit,
yeah.
they're not paying us. You know what I'm saying? Legit, they're not paying us to be the world police. Like, that's the problem.
No, if anything, we're paying them so we can be the world police.
Yeah, like, we're doing all this shit for free.
The fucking Air Force fucking mailed me and shit, and they were like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Cabot, we'd love to have you." And I was like, "Yeah, no, cool. Military, yeah, bro. The fucking Marine Corps wasn't good enough for me. What do you think? Why do you think I would be happy flying a fucking desk? Fuck you."
Yeah, I got to tell you, some of those guys behind desks have their head on their shoulders. Unfortunately, they're in the minority generally.
This was 2001, and I turned the Air Force down.
William Harrison and Joy, like, I just gave you a wrench, man. This is a wrench no state. I don't want anybody silenced. I don't want anybody to not have their freedom of speech in my chat. You can say whatever you want, because, like, let's be honest here. You know what I mean? It's the most important thing that we can do is have the opportunity to ask questions and, interact with each other and have the chance to, all build together. And that's an important thing. So have I stopped roboting a little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
All right. Good. I got rid of some of the shit that I had up, like fucking, goddamn Discord and all this bullshit. Anyway, fucking, like, I was like, fuck it, all right, cut out some of this shit. But yeah, man, like, all right, so you got to, again, like, this is the problem. Like, the military legit has been moving towards the Democrats, right? Especially in the past 4 years. Donald Trump legitimately has came out and called out like about 6 months ago, he actually flat said it. He said the military industrial complex will not let me fucking stop these wars. I keep trying and they won't fucking do it.
No.
No, it's because they don't want to. There's too damn much money in it for them. That's part of the corruption that we deal with.
Well, yeah, you know. On top of that, like, see, all right, I've been covering this dude Peter Zehan. Like, this is the end of the world order and shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know, I mean, fucking, like, this is the end of the world order. Like, this shit's been coming for a long time. Like, after, like, the whole, like, free trade world order thing was set up to fight the Soviets. And the Soviets don't exist anymore. So, like, here the fuck we are. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for us to continue this bullshit.
Tom, I have to ask, what do we do now?
Well, like, and here's the thing, like, the whole free trade argument, like the idea that the United States was like a free trade place, was never about us selling things to anybody else, right? It was always about other people selling to us so that they would help us fight the Soviets, right? Only 6% of our GDP is dependent on global trade. We are the least involved country in the world, other than fucking Burkina Faso, that fucking like had in world trade, legit. And out of the 6%, like half of that is Canada and Mexico.
I have one question. America is now currently energy independent.
Yeah,
it's on its own. Yeah. We got this. We got this.
Yeah, I know. Well, here's a real question: what does it serve us to protect Europe from Russia?
It doesn't. Nothing.
It depends.
No. Well, go ahead, Rich. Go ahead, Mitch. Explain to me.
Well, I mean, Europe in general, I'm not particularly interested in. And the reason I'm not is because of the European Union. I don't view them as competition with the U.S. necessarily, but I do view them as a threat to the cause of liberty worldwide. I mean, let's face it. That's the EU is a tyrannical organization. That's why Great Britain voted to get out.
Red feather.
Not Great Britain, but
I was
United
going to
Kingdom.
say, I believe Britain and Ireland both voted to get the fuck out of the EU because y'all didn't want nothing to do with it.
And look at the reaction to the EU that's going on in Poland and Hungary as well. I mean, they want to maintain their sovereignty, and I think they should.
Sovereignty is nice, yes.
I mean, the only real arguments I hear for maintaining the EU is free travel. And
okay, how about this? How about this? Ash Rabbit, right? Legit. How about this one? Which one is better for us? Russia and Turkey are both great countries for the United States. Legit. They're both great countries for the U.S. And I'm going to explain why.
I think so.
Like, Turkey, legitimately, once the U.S. fucking stops fucking around and protecting everybody else's bullshit and all their trade and shit, they'll go back to dealing with that region and being the stability of that fucking area. Just like Russia will deal with the fucking, the fucking Chechens and the fucking the Dagestanis and the fucking Ukrainians and fucking all those crazy retards over there. They will deal with the Azerbaijanis and shit. They'll deal with all those people. Legit.
And this, when you talk about Russia, like people talk about Russia as this major threat. Only people we kind of really need to worry about a little bit is China. Russia, for the most part. Russia for the most
to worry about China at all.
Well, Russia for the most part doesn't want to mess with us. Yeah, they do things here and there, but they generally want to close themselves in and just be left alone.
Well, like Russians or like fucking China, all you have to do to deal with China is stop dealing with them.
Yeah,
pretty much.
If we go home, they're over.
Well, let me ask you this. When it comes to some of these other nations in the EU, Poland, Hungary, United Kingdom, and some others around the world. Australia is a good example. When you go on vacation, this is an open question to everyone. When you go on vacation, do you let anyone just collect your mail for you?
No.
Who do you have collect it?
Someone you can trust.
Exactly. If we have, America needs allies.
Why? Why?
No, I'm not saying dependence, mind you.
Yeah,
And I'm
why?
not saying we need to be dependent upon them.
No, why?
Because it's better than not. That's why.
No, why? Like, legit, why? Like, explain to me what good, like, what will Poland do for the United States?
Pick up our mail.
Where?
It's a metaphor, man.
No, I'm literally saying, like, yo, what can they do for us?
Let's say, for example,
let me break
goes
this.
down.
Wait a minute. We gotta break this down to Red Feather. All right, so Red Feather, here's the deal. No, yes, I have a Streamlabs. It's in the description, right? And you donated to me. Thank you, man. I apologize. Fucking, I can't look at the moment. Everything will crash. All right, fucking Red Feather. Here's the deal about the South China Sea. Japan has the second greatest navy in the world next to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Taiwan has the best land-based defense system in the world. Legit, China can't do shit. All right. And then on top of that, if they want oil, they have to go past India, which they're having a border war with right now.
Yep.
Like, yo, real shit. China is surrounded by enemies. And they legit, they will fuck them up. There's nothing they can do. Right. And Japan as an ally. Okay, here's the thing about Japan. Japan doesn't have a population, right? Because they stopped having kids like fucking back in the 1920s, right? And so since they don't have a population, they can't manufacture goods and export them. So instead of manufacturing goods and exporting goods, what they do is they literally export their entire fucking facilities, right? They're doing what's known as goddamn it, what the fuck is it called? I forget what the fuck it's goddamn actually called. They do some shit, but basically what they're doing is the largest fucking factory that Japan owns is in fucking Kentucky, right? So like, yo, they're like legit. They're tied to us already through money, but like real shit, they have no real reason that we need to deal with them as far as exports and imports are concerned.
There's one possibility, though.
Yo, Red Feather, yes, they did. They did stop having children. Japan, on average, has like 1.1 kids per woman.
Are you, Tom? Are you saying that Japan, the Japanese population, is not reproducing?
Japan is a declining society. Japan is a declining society. People are dying faster than they are reproducing.
That's
Japan is dying.
Yeah, like legit. Like the vast majority of their population is old, right? It's retirement home.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, like yo, the rest of the world is all of the world. It isn't just us, or this isn't just Europe, and it isn't just like yo, Japan's like that, South Korea's like that, Vietnam's like that, Taiwan's like that, China China's actually older than we are as a population on average.
Yes.
Right. Like yo, you go figure. Hey, 35 years after a one-child policy, they're running out of 35-year-olds. Isn't that fucking weird? Right.
Imagine that.
And all right. As you were talking, wait, honey, wait. As you were saying about Japan, it's gotten so bad in Japan. They're talking about having a couple of policies in place. One, allowing polygamy to help increase the birth rate, and also trying to get people to come into Japan, give them visas under the guidelines to help produce children.
Yo, how about this one here? Yo, Brazil's going to be older than us here soon.
Oh God!
All right,
Mexico is going to be older than us. Canada's already older than we are, right? Yo, the millennials in the United States.
Canada's white as fuck.
Yo,
Canada doesn't exist.
Yeah, Europe as a whole has a negative fucking birth rate.
Wow.
Like, yo, the entire Russia right now, legitimately, Russia, 1% of the Russian population has HIV.
That's
Wow.
actually a significant number.
That
Right?
is a
They are
huge
the
number.
largest, they are the largest fucking, they actually have the highest new cases of HIV in the world in Russia right now. It's something like 10% of all fucking pregnant mothers have HIV.
Whoa.
But let me ask you this: you think part of this net effect is that so many people want to immigrate to America as well?
No, it's the fact that everybody moved to cities when we industrialized.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I can see as well.
When you're on a farm, kids are helpful, right? Because like they bring in
free labor.
cows. Yeah, they're free labor. But once you move into a city, they're a luxury item, like a dog.
That's true.
That's the problem. And all these other countries, fucking everybody lives in the fucking cities. What's the U.S. birth rate? The U.S. birth rate, it depends on where you are, right? So if you're outside of a major city in the United States, it's like 2.4, right? The birth rate for Amish people is 5, right? The birth rate for Jews in America is 5. The birth rate for more fucking people inside of the cities is like 1.6.
Yeah, because in a city, a child has a greater chance of being a nuisance.
Yeah, as a whole, U.S. right now is 1.9. So we're not in terrible shape. I mean, but we're not in good shape either. Like, we're fucking getting old too. But, it's nowhere near as big a problem. And here's the real big issue. The problem really is 1990, we had 40% of our fucking children, or 40% of all pregnancies ended in abortion.
Yep.
Oh, and I can't imagine what demographic the majority of that belongs to. Now, I'm going to go take a piss, but I'll let you fucking suss that out.
Check this one out. How about this one? Do you think like the Middle East is like good because like they don't have feminism and shit? Like, and this is where like you get the feminism defeated argument, right? Like, check this out. Fucking Iran is at 1.7.
No, I'm actually referring to the oh God, I'm gonna be called a racist and fuck you because hey, fuck you. Black females seem to get pregnant at a higher rate than any other race in America.
You're wrong.
And
you're wrong about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I mean, I don't study these numbers.
I do. I study these numbers. You're wrong about that.
But I think that
I
think there's
it's white chicks.
I think it's economic. I think the higher someone is on the economic scale, the more likely they are to.
That's not it either. That's not it either, right? So actually, black females are more likely to have an abortion than anybody else in the country. So their birth rate is at 1.8, right? They're just like white folks. It's about 1.8, right? Mexicans are at like 2.2 in America. As I said, fucking Amish people are at 5.
Oh yeah.
Legit.
You got to hand it to the Amish because they're not out starting shit with anyone.
Oh yeah, they're fucking.
Generally speaking,
they're peaceful people. You know what I mean? I mean, they always look like fucking assholes when you run into them.
I live in Amish country. I really do.
Yeah. Like, all these places, Syria, fucking Lebanon, all these fucking places in the Middle East, all of them are below replacement levels.
See, that's troubling.
Well,
no, dude, we have reached peak where we need to be. All right.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I agree with that, but
it was going to end anyway. The only place where it's still high, right? The only place where it's still high is Africa, right? Like sub-Saharan Africa, they're still having lots of kids. And that's only because we keep feeding them. Like, we need to stop feeding them and they'll stop having fucking kids. Like real shit.
Well, and another angle on Africa is, I'm referring to it as a continent here. A lot of the little different societies in Africa need to come together in some way. Not like the EU did.
Yeah.
They can't. They can't.
Why is that? Again, sociology is not my field of study necessarily.
It's their geography.
Okay.
Right? It's the geography of Africa. Africa is separated because like it's all up on plateaus and mountains and shit, right? With no like waterways connecting them. So like they can't really come together. Like they don't have the ability to like have fucking like countries become like fucking viable because they don't have options for transport.
Okay. So
Yo, the Middle East isn't having any kids either, and neither is Latin America. Tyven Fowler, my brother. Like, they're legit. All of those countries are below fucking replacement. Like, legit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, yeah, it's not Latin America. It's not the Middle East. It's Africa is having lots of kids, but they can't get out of there because they're poor, right? And they don't have any transport. They can't, like, you can't run trains up a mountain.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You also can't run you can't run fucking pipelines up and down a mountain. Because the problem is like oil ends
Gravity.
up when you gravity's a problem on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I mean, even if you use something like a thermosiphon, oil is so damn thick, you would have to heat it up so much that its viscosity is like water essentially in order for that to work. And even with water, it's going to be a pain in the ass because it's going to overheat.
Well, yeah, I mean, the real problem, like legit, like the actual fucking problem is that on the other side, when it comes down, it's fucking super heavy. So like it just breaks the pipes into pieces.
Well, especially as that, as the viscosity decreases as it cools and it becomes more, it essentially becomes a super heavy sludge by comparison. And to have that coming down a pipe like that, that pipe's going to burst.
Yeah. Fucking oil's heavy.
Yeah.
This is what it is. So this is what I'm saying. Like you can't connect Africa is the issue. That's why it's never been done. That's why they've never been really like fucking economically viable, sort of like small places on the coast like Lagos and shit.
Well, they're stuck with little kingdoms, essentially.
Yeah, they have really shitty fucking geography. I mean that's kind of the problem.
But America was similar until we started blasting through mountains to build railways. But I don't know if that's an option in Africa.
Well, no, America's amazing. Like America legitimately has more navigable waterways than the rest of the world combined.
Yes, it really is. In many ways, it really is the golden land. No, the promised land.
And on top of that, we have not only do we have ocean on both sides, but we have ocean moats, which are surrounded by fucking giant fucking islands that go up and down the coast that break apart any real storms before they get to us.
Yes.
And then we have the Caribbean, which is a giant lake, basically for us to play in. Like legit, we have the best geography in the fucking world. Like America was never at a point where check this out. Here's how good America's transportability was. The United States federal government did not build a fucking road until 75 years after it was formed. Jesus. Under fucking John Quincy Adams II.
You see this in the chat? What about just giving all the Africans helicopters?
What year about was that?
Like 1840?
1850, 40 or 50, yeah.
Yeah, 40 or 50. Yeah.
All right. So by that time, America already had wagon trails, and we had invented the internal combustion engine.
We aren't using it for cars. We had locomotives. We had rails connecting.
We could fucking go. We could slam our cars in reverse and back up hills and shit.
No, we didn't have cars in 1850. The fuck is wrong with you? The car didn't come around till 1910.
And that's what I'm talking
invented
about.
By Mr. Benz, I believe.
We could.
That was like 1885, but like it didn't get the mass production till like 1910. Okay. Yeah, but I'm saying like 1850, we had rails crossing the country and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking and it was all built with private money. That's how good our transport was. Like that's where all of America's wealth comes from, is our ability to transport shit.
back way in the day, bank, Wells Fargo, that's where the term riding shotgun came from, was to guard these fucking
Fargo was a security
wagons with an actual shotgun.
Yeah, it was a security firm at that point. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, that's why there's Wells Fargo, like fucking like suitcases and fucking, you know, lock boxes and shit. Who built the railroads? Private industry.
Yep.
Andrew Carnegie.
Wasn't the government.
We made this shit happen. We really did.
Yeah.
That's why I want the government to get the hell out of our way.
On purpose. It just kind of fucking happened.
Both Captain Falcon, both. It's both. Right. Like, yo.
Hey guys, give me a second here. I've got to, like I said in the chat earlier, I got to head to brew a pot of coffee. I'm going to go pour a cup. I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
Coffee sounds pretty awesome.
Well, the actual people were Chinese, Irish, whites, blacks, fucking Italians, fucking Scotch peoples. You know, lots of individuals worked on the fucking railroad. The Chinese were only on the West Coast. The fucking, you know, I mean, the eastern side was all built by like fucking freed slaves and, you know, I mean, individuals, Irish and whatever, right? You know what I mean? It was not funded by the U.S. government. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Irish, the fucking Welsh, all of them.
Yeah, thanks to that, you know what I'm saying? They were not volunteers, right? Fucking, well, they were volunteers, but like they were paid. You know what I mean? Like fucking, you know, they made money, right? And the land grants and things of this nature were the ability. They gave up the land grants so that like individuals would settle the land so that like they could fucking claim it. You know what I mean? Like because your land is kind of worthless unless you have somebody living there and farming. You know what I mean? That's kind of how that works.
Yes, sir.
Like, you know, if you don't have anybody on your land, you don't really own any fucking land as far as the government's concerned.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not.
That's the home. That's one of the reasons why the Homestead Act came into play.
Can you imagine? It's just a weird idea.
What?
But if you get government out of the way, we would have that high-speed rail everyone keeps talking about if we wanted it.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, we really don't need it.
Not really, but if we wanted it, we could have it if government would get out of the way.
If we could get the government out of the way, yes, absolutely, we could have it. And I don't understand the problem.
Hell, there's so many things that could be accomplished by getting the government out of the way.
Like flying cars and spaceships.
That's my answer for like, you know, I mean, everything at the moment. Legit. Like fucking, you want to solve the problems that our country's having at the second, right? If you notice that like all the places where individuals are protesting and screaming and yelling, like places that lost most of their industry, right?
Yep.
You know, like maybe just maybe if you have a place lose their fucking industry, maybe you should take the government off of their fucking neck so that they can fucking survive and grow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I absolutely agree.
As I try to explain people, like the people that support the whole give people $15 an hour. Now, what we do not need a minimum wage increase. We actually need two things: a minimum wage decrease and a massive cut of regulations, because of all these regulations is the reason why the cost of living has gone up.
Pretty much. I mean, we actually cover a lot of that in our book.
You do realize that the whole idea of raising the federal and I mean mandated federal minimum wage to $15 an hour. Do you understand how that would devastate us?
I understand. That's why I said a minimum wage decrease. It pisses me off that these burger flippers want $15 an hour when my dad, who was an engineer, well, he worked in a foundry. He was a jack of all trades, but he was mainly an engineer in that foundry. He was getting what,
Right.
13.75 an hour, and that was after
And
what?
now some
And
burger flipper is gonna make more
and
money
wait,
than you, and that's
and
not cool.
and that was after him working there for what, almost 15 years.
Probably, I was gonna say 15, 20 years.
Well, yeah, I mean, like the problem, legitimately, you know what I'm saying, is too much labor, right? At the moment, that's kind of the issue. That's like
Well, that's what
government
happens when you
no
when you
borders.
sell your industry out of your country via trade deals.
Yeah,
Look
If
at you,
wrong.
President Clinton.
If I may, would it be even remotely fair, and what would it do to the economy if I, a pizza delivery guy, made the same money as Tom P, a fucking OTR delivery driver?
There's some places where that happens, but like again,
Also,
it's
I
about
wouldn't be surprised.
it's about navigation, right? Or yeah, it's about negotiation, right?
Yes.
You know, I mean, like if you have too many people in the labor market, you don't get paid for your fucking work, right? That's the issue. It's too many people. Like, for instance, back in 2009, they had a job paying $12 an hour for this company that hands out loans for fucking like colleges and shit. And like they had 10 positions open. And they had 10,000 people show up for this fucking job.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it was $10 an hour. Right? Like, yo, it was $10 an hour after that.
I
You know what I mean?
I want that.
I'll tell you what. Are you happy with the government telling you that you cannot negotiate your price?
Why can't you?
That's what a minimum wage does. You know, if you're willing, if there's a job that pays $10 an hour and you're willing to take it for $9, you know, assuming you've done the math, and you can live and even save some money if you do the job for $9. Are you happy that the government tells you that you can't negotiate?
I can't save the money that will never sustain me. Tom can do the same fucking work. He can work longer, but he's going to make way more than me. Because I am
uneducated, inexperienced. You were scared to go it alone.
I'm saying that the government has no constitutional authority to interfere in a contract between two private legal entities.
Well, here's how about this one here? Like, you know, like minimum wage wouldn't suck so bad if it wasn't for the government taxing you.
Yes, that certainly doesn't help.
That's why
You did miss the part about the Civil War, man. We had like a fucking half-hour, 45-minute conversation on the beginning of the stream, and then, you know, I mean, Templar showed up, and then we had our like 15, 20-minute conversation about it, and then we got into geopolitics, and now we're on economic stuff because we always get the economic stuff. You know what I'm saying?
like for instance, I like.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
When it comes to taxes, I like the Herman Cain approach. Like have like a 3-stage flat tax.
Well, like, how about this? How about this? How about you stop taxing everybody who makes less than $100,000 a year?
I have a better idea.
No. I want to end this right now. Okay, Tom, what the fuck is stopping me from sucking your dick to have your job? and trading
Probably Tom.
with you. You can have my job.
Well, because here's what's stopping you.
You can live on tips, man.
A fucking a CDL. You know what I'm saying? Fucking skills. Fucking ability to maintain a driver's license. A fucking ability to not be fucking high and drunk. Like there's quite a few things stopping you, and on top of that, you go anywhere near my dick, I will punch you in the fucking mouth and probably take your head the fuck off, right?
I'm dude. All right,
Punch your
look,
dick off.
I have not been fucking convicted since 2009. Everything's cool. My record is clean and clear.
Bonnie.
I don't understand the problem. I can do
Okay.
this. I can do this.
You've got one major vice.
Then go out and do it.
But you've got one major vice though, and that is you are a raging alcoholic. You do know when you're a truck driver.
We're not going to get into that at the moment though. Like I'm getting a lot of requests, a lot of requests to motherfucking throw you the fuck off this stream. So I'm gonna tell you like this. All right, thank you very much for helping me for a little while, Bonnie. It's appreciated at the moment. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna fucking continue this conversation when you're more sober, my brother. There we go. All right. Yeah, I had to get him the fuck up out of here, man. Legit, that motherfucker way too drunk to be on this bitch, and I don't want him turning us into a stream about him again. He does that quite often. Anyway, so fucking.
What were we talking about? Oh yes,
taxes, taxes and shit, right? Okay, here's the deal. Everybody who makes less than $50,000 a year don't pay no fucking taxes anyway, right?
Yeah.
They pay nothing into the goddamn fucking tax. Why the fuck are we taxing them?
For fun.
It is the dumbest shit ever. Legit. Like, why are we taxing them?
Now, Full Metal Joker over there, you'd mentioned something about a 3-tiered flat tax?
Yeah. Sales tax, 9% sales. I forgot the 3 parts. I know the 2 parts. 9% income, 9% sales tax, and I forgot the 3rd one.
Property tax, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Well, see, I have a different idea.
What you got going on?
And we actually write about this in our book. And in our book, it because we're dealing with the Constitution, most of the stuff we're talking about does specifically target the federal government. So bear that in mind. When it comes to federal taxes, what we would like to see is what we call a plain tax.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the plain tax works is my earbud gets all weird in my head. Okay. No, the way the plain tax works is every legal entity pays 10% of its annual income. And that 10% is the upper barrier. The government cannot impose anything beyond 10%, which means from the beginning, they could start at 1% if they wanted to. If you follow me. I mean, this is a tax that has a ceiling on it that cannot be, what's the word I'm looking for, Tom?
I don't know.
Basically, you can't go beyond that 10%. Anything above 10% would be illegal.
Okay. So here's my mentality, right?
Mind you, I want to make something else clear about the plain tax. The rest of the tax code as it is right now, right out the fucking door.
Yeah, it said no more loopholes.
Yeah, no more loopholes, no more tax returns, no more bullshit. It's just a straight 10% cut at most. And that's it. And you take that in conjunction with some of the other amendments we've written, like one issue, one bill for legislation. And we would also require that any legislation requires a constitutional citation built in before it can be debated and voted upon.
Okay, so here's my thought pattern, right? Because like the tax code is one thing, but on the other hand, I'd like to see legislation enacted that would prevent these morons from needing more money, right? And I think this is important because like there's ways of fixing things, right, that we legitimately don't even look at all. And
Yes.
we spend a shit ton of money on for no reason and we don't have to. For instance, education is one of those things.
It's a state issue.
Yes, but it's a tax issue.
Yes, it is.
Where I get down. Right. It is a tax issue. When we spend $1.2 trillion a year on education,
Something's wrong.
we need to have a conversation about motherfucking education, right? And the educational conversation needs to be, okay, look, at $1.2 trillion, okay, I could cut that the fuck into like I could cut that down to 25% of that, right? 250 billion a year on some easy shit. It wouldn't even take that much by just simply fucking giving every kid a goddamn laptop and a tablet and sending them the fuck home and having like one fucking building full of teachers somewhere in the Midwest, right? And like, yo, we can stand here and come up with all the fucking curriculum and the bullshit and the help that they fucking need.
You and I talked about that, like, about having it like that, having just completely online schooling.
Yeah.
And then for those that talk about, well, they need social interactions, well, bring back recreational centers.
Have a picnic, for fuck's sake. Invite some people over.
Yeah, like play sports. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking have like local activities, Boy Scouts, fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Fucking make some shit the fuck up. I don't care, right?
And like, I was thinking about it even more, like go back to like they had back when my mother was a kid, have recreational centers everywhere.
Just
and a part of the
we had them where I live, and we still have them here. Right, we still have places like the Y where kids go and they fucking, they can learn boxing and swimming and.
Well, they're few and far between around here.
Well, we have lots of them here, but still, right? Fucking, and this is the issue, right? Right, this is the fucking issue that I come down to, and the reason why I have this fucking ideology in my head is because in a place like fucking Pennsylvania where I live, and in particular in my area, right, where I live in the Harrisburg metro area, and in being in the Harrisburg metro area, we have some of the finest school districts in the world. Like fucking hands down, no place better to go to school. Okay. But the problem is, you can have a quarter-acre property with a fucking 2-bedroom house and pay $7,000 or $8,000 a year in property taxes. Right? In perpetuity. And it never ends. And we need to have a conversation about education and taxes at the same time. Because like legit, when you get old and you're no longer earning money and your house is already paid for and you're on a fixed income, you can't afford that anymore.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be renting your house from the government.
I agree. On the subject of education and taxes, can I just point out that we're like 3.5 years into a Trump administration and we still have Common Core?
No. Well, we don't.
Oh, really?
Nah, they got rid of it here.
Oh, good call. Seriously, think about this. Think about this. Why do the textbooks need to be rewritten when they're reissued? What about the War of 1812 changed in the last 30 years? Bullshit. Don't need to change any of that stuff. Stop paying people to rewrite history.
Well, again,
the history curriculum.
Yeah.
And every curriculum needs to be presented without agenda. The only agenda involved in education is to educate.
Yes. How about this? How about like fucking you teach your kids history? Like, how about we teach them reading, writing, and arithmetic? Like we teach you reading, writing, and math. And then like some science, you know what I mean? Fucking, because like you're probably gonna need some science at some point. Buzzard Hive, what up, man? Fucking like, yo, legitimately, like you should stand here and teach your kids culture and the history of your fucking people. Like I had somebody bitching the other day about social studies. I'm like, your fucking school shouldn't be teaching social studies in general. Like, period. I don't want to hear about, you shouldn't be learning about current events. You shouldn't be learning about the news. You shouldn't be getting a slant from your fucking teacher. You shouldn't be getting fucking history from your fucking school. That should be something taught by your fucking parents to you. It should be part of the education system, but it should be taught by your parents in your culture. It's that simple.
Yeah. Dude, that was pretty much my house. Like as soon as I was able to speak, I was being taught how to read, write, do math from my parents, from my grandparents, because they knew I had a learning disability. And even though, yes, everything's taken care of where I don't have to worry about being alone, but if something were to happen, they wanted to make sure I had the necessary skills to take care of myself.
Right. And who's going to give a bigger damn about that? Your family, your parents, or some bureaucratic asshole at a building several miles away?
Yeah. And I mean, and like, yo, Buzz at a Hive, yeah, you have to relearn your ancestry and culture. Like, you're supposed to, like, America, like, yo, this idea of America as a melting pot is fucking stupid just to begin with, right? It's dumb as fuck. Like, yo, it should be a fucking fabric. Like, that's how it's always been. Like, you had individuals in the South and pockets of Polish communities and fucking Swedish communities and fucking Italian communities and black communities and Puerto Rican communities and fucking everything in between and Irish communities and all these fucking places, right? Where, like, they had their own culture, but they were still Americans.
Yep.
They still, like, drove Buicks and Chevys and shit, and they still went out and fucking went to the movies at the drive-ins on the fucking weekends and shit.
Well, yeah,
That's
even
how
the
that-
mafia.
Go ahead.
Back during World War II, even the mafia got involved in raising a middle finger to the Nazis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why? Because they were Americans.
Yes. Like, yo, it's not a melting pot. Legit. It's really not. We don't need to be a melting pot.
I'm perfectly fine with shared values. And American values, if you ask me, are writ large in the Bill of Rights.
Mhm.
No one ever talks about that part of it. They just keep saying American values. We got to push American values. We got to stand by our American values and all that stuff. But no one ever points to where they are. So I think a lot of people have lost sight of what they are. And I'm telling you, right there, 10 rules for being an American, the Bill of Rights.
Yeah. Like fucking the Bill of Rights is a basic ideology of freedom, right? And understanding what that means. It's that simple.
Yes, it really is a very simple expression of the philosophy of liberty.
Yeah. And everybody should have that inherent from them from birth.
You would think.
Legit.
I agree. I agree with you. They should. Unfortunately, we have a public school system, going back to that, I guess, that is active in undermining the concept of due process.
Well, why?
Because of fear.
Why?
Because they're pro-tyranny, to be honest.
No.
What? Are you asking me for an example?
No. I want you to get into the root of the fucking problem.
Oh. The root of the fucking problem is there are too many Karens, to be honest.
There we go, buddy.
We only call them that now, but they've been around forever.
Yeah.
They used to be called busybodies.
They used to, like, they've always been called women. Right?
In many ways, yeah.
Like, legit. When 96% of teachers are motherfucking female and the school system is dog shit, maybe you should go, females are dog shit at teaching. Like, they're the problem. It's the fact that these individuals have never had any other job. They've never done anything the fuck else. They have no attachment to society. They're completely protected and sheltered from everything bad that could ever happen. And you look at them and you go, why are you the one teaching my son his fucking morals?
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I don't point specifically at women.
But you have to. You have to sometimes.
No, you're half. I think, well, maybe more than half right. But I think you do have a good point, and I don't think it's women necessarily. I think it's femininity.
Well, I think it's like legitimately I don't even think it's femininity, right? Because like it's, I mean, maybe it's feminine. I don't know. Like, I think it's inherent that boys aren't girls. right?
Yes.
And boys shouldn't be raised as girls.
No.
And when your son gets medicated because he's looked at as a defective female.
Yeah, that shit. Well, fortunately, a lot of that shit did start to go away because there was a time when the schools were allowed to recommend that.
Oh, they still do.
Oh, I know, but it's not taken the same way anymore. It used to be done on the school's recommendation. Now they can still recommend, but it's not automatic like it used to be.
Yeah. I mean, like, fuck, I had my baby's mom. She has a son who's not mine and shit, right? Her older son and shit. And like, fucking, he went to school and he had a health issue, right? Like with his heart or some bullshit like that. I don't know what the fuck it was. But like, legitimately, the school ended up calling fucking child services, right? Because like, fucking, they felt as though he needed more care, even though they had no medical training whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You're just standing here going like, yo, it's not your business. Like, why the fuck are you involved? Right?
Exactly. Miss Sea Gypsy brings up a good point. It's feminism. It has nothing to do with being feminine. What is feminine about killing your children? That's a good point.
Right. Yo, when we have boxes at fire departments where you can place a baby, right? Because like fucking females just want to abandon their fucking kids and shit. I feel like maybe we have a fucked up society and we need to have a conversation about women and not have a conversation about men while we do it.
What are you familiar with the comedian Chris Titus?
Of course I am.
Huge lefty, but he does make one good point in describing the difference between mothers and fathers. You get a kid who's got their hands on the car keys. Kid's taking the car key and is heading toward the electrical socket. The mother will run in and grab the kid and take the key away and pull the kid away from the electrical socket in an overly protective manner. The father will tap his buddy on the shoulder and go, "Hey, watch this." And there's something valuable there, actually, because sometimes people need to learn from a bad experience. It doesn't have to be horrific, but sometimes you burn your hand and learn not to touch the hot pot handle.
Yeah, that's how a kid learned not to touch the stove.
Yeah. That's how I learned.
Artistic XCC, you're gonna end up drunk as fuck, bro. Like you might end up with alcohol poisoning. Yo, fucking all right. So William Harrison, he says the feminists are a problem because no men want to marry them. The government had to create jobs for these spinsters who will never be wives. Teachers was a place to park them. All right, no, I think it's more natural than that. Right.
Women, I think in general terms, I think women want to nurture more than men do. Men want to teach.
I think it's easier, right? I think the educational curriculum in college is easier than an engineering fucking curriculum in college.
Probably.
Shoot. Yeah, speak since you were speaking of Chris Titus, you remember that bit about his father never gave him knowledge?
Well, that's what he's talking about. He said he made him earn it, right? He said
that's shit. Yeah. That's how my grandpa was. Like if I wanted to learn something, he'd give me the tools to learn. Like when I wanted to learn something in a book, he gave me my father's old encyclopedias and went look it up. When I wanted a computer, he gave me 3 broken computers and a box of parts and said, if you want one, build one, you little shit.
Can't, like, you know, it's if you want to touch a 115 line, you'll die. No, not really. I mean, like, yo, I've been shocked by a fucking 110, 220, 440. Like you get thrown, you know, but you're not gonna die. I mean, unless you're a bitch.
It certainly gets your attention.
Oh, you're fucking right.
And that is a lot of what learning is. When you put that key into that light socket, you know, you are required to focus your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one way a lot of the schools actually fail, is that they can't focus the kid's attention because they're not doing anything that's interesting to the kid. You know, I've had teachers when I was a kid. I remember I had teachers that would prattle on about some bit of minutia that they found interesting and just wouldn't fucking shut up about it for an hour, then suddenly we're supposed to go in and take this test about all these other things going on with the subject at hand? Fuck you. Maybe you wouldn't prattle like a stupid idiot. The rest of us could have had a chance to learn something, but no, you're a teacher. You wanted to have something to say.
Well, like I'll tell you what, when I was in school, I spent the vast majority of my post elementary years in school suspension, right? Right. Right. I spent 110 days in 7th grade, 120 days in 8th grade, 120 days the 8th grade the second time, right? And then like high school started out of school suspension, which was way better because then you can go get nachos and smoke a blunt. You didn't have to worry about school at all.
Was that basically your way of telling the system, I'm bored?
Yes, it was like, because they actually, what they did was like, so I beat up a teacher. All right. Like I threw a teacher an ass whooping. I threw the gym teacher an ass whooping, to be a fact. And yeah, so fucking they ended up like going and testing my IQ. Like I had an IQ of 139, right?
Right on.
And they go, so what the fuck do we do with this kid who, he can beat up a teacher, but he's way smarter than everybody else around here?
Yep.
And the answer is they don't know.
That's not the answer. The answer is obvious. Engage the student.
Yeah.
Engage that 139 IQ.
But they don't want to. Legit.
No, they don't.
Want to. They don't have the ability because, like, let's be honest here. Again, 96% of teachers are female. How many of them are going to be able to engage with somebody who has an IQ that high?
I can. If my IQ is not as high as a kid's IQ, I can engage that kid.
I'm pretty sure most of those teachers, and they're not going to go one-on-one with kids. They don't have the ability. They don't have the time, right?
No, that's just it. You don't do it that way. You got to be creative. And let's be honest on something else too. Teachers get the short end of the stick because they have so many damn students lumped on them at one time. That is another part of the issue, but if you want to engage that kid, that one really smart kid, you tell that kid, it takes a couple of seconds. You say, hey, why don't you do me here's what we do. Let's have you go while everyone else is reading Snow White and the Seven Dwarves in 8th grade. How about you go and read an introduction to quantum mechanics?
Like, yeah, and again, like this is like, again, like I was a kid who I won Scholastic fucking reading awards every fucking year. I was fucking at Hershey Park and Knoebels Grove and Dorney Park, Six Flags, because I won all those fucking awards for the most amount of books read in this fucking county and state and all that shit. My little brothers were spelling bee champions, chess champions, fucking they're aeronautical engineers now. Like my sister speaks 7 fucking languages, and legit. Like me and my sister speaks 7 languages. Me and her are both high school fucking dropouts.
There you go. See, that's the other thing is what they're trying to do ultimately is they're trying to figure out the formula to mandate conformity.
Well, like,
and conformity works to a point.
Well, okay, so here's what they do. They bring the very bottom up to like fucking like low mid-level fucking intelligence, and then they take the intelligent people and they try to drag them down to the low mid-level fucking students. So they're just teaching to like the dummies,
right? And that's the other problem with an organized school system is they're using really bad organizational structures. They're grouping children by age when what they should be doing is grouping them by ability. That's going to be in the long term. That would be far better for a socialized group of people, and I don't mean socialized like our government wants to do. You'll have a better understanding of how to socialize with many different people if you group them by ability rather than by age, because the age plays a factor in that too.
Well, yeah,
and,
but like
hell, right now they want to break them up by skin color.
All right, I think you should be breaking them up by gender, right?
Like, I think at some point, yes.
I think you should be breaking them up by gender, and then you should be breaking them up, you know what I'm saying, by ability. And the problem is that'll end up breaking individuals up by skin color any fucking way when it comes down to it. You know,
It depends, but yeah, it's
well,
a possibility.
how about this? If you're in a city, all right, for instance, like Baltimore, right?
Mhm.
Baltimore, they went there and they tested all the fucking kids, and they couldn't find one that was at grade level.
Really?
Not one.
That is pathetic.
That's how bad the fucking schools are in fucking Baltimore. It's not just the schools, it's the neighborhood, it's the kids, it's the parents. The whole system is completely fucking broken. But on the same point, Baltimore is a place where they fucking brag that they have 100% college acceptance rate.
Yeah, that's easy to do when you have no standards.
Yeah. You know, like fucking that kind of is what it is. Like, and this is the problems that we're running into with this whole educational fucking, you know, system that we have today, is that, you know, they want to have good scores and they want to have good results, but like they can't really do anything of what they're talking about because they just don't have the fucking ability to do so, the resources, or the parents motherfucking okay to do it.
I want to clear something up for William Harrison, who writes, you mean group them the way the ASVAB does, or determines your ability and then is used to place you in a career field? Not specifically that. As students, the career is already chosen. The career is student. I'm saying when you group them by ability, you group them by their ability to learn.
Yeah. Like now, my sister actually she went to Europe and shit as a kid. You know what I'm saying? She was in the exchange program in school. You know what I mean? So like she went like all over Europe. I mean, I sold a lot of coke to keep her in that program. You know, like, yeah.
Gotta have a hobby. What?
Hey man, I used to sell coke to support my weed habit. And I'll tell you how much of a pothead I was.
Let me ask. Okay, you said was, so I'm assuming you're not anymore.
What?
A pothead?
Oh no, I ain't smoked since fucking 2002, 2003.
Okay, I have a question for you because I've never been a pothead. I've certainly had it. I mean, one time I did smoke enough of it to go 5 minutes into the future.
Yeah,
but,
that's some good weed.
Yeah, it was. But you know, I've never been like a real pothead, and I've never been a fan of subverting my cognitive ability that way.
Agreed.
Nope.
But my question for you is, as a former pothead, does it annoy you the way that marijuana, that this weird, goofy ass culture has grown up around marijuana?
Yes. All right. I honestly believe, Red Feather, nice to see you out here. Thank you for sticking with us for 2 hours.
Indeed.
My problem is that I legitimately have gotten to the point where like I think fucking marijuana breeds communists, right?
Oh God, that's funny.
Like, you know, like every state that legalizes marijuana all of a sudden takes a hop to the left, right? And like every marijuana person I meet, like every person who's like advocates marijuana is like some worthless piece of shit who's on disability going like, man, I gotta smoke, man, I got pain and I have fibromyalgia and I don't know, I can be like, shut the fuck up. I'm tired of fucking listening to you, right?
These
Like,
people are the very definition of the word idiopathic.
Yeah, like fucking they're fucking garbage, right? I fucking can't stand this shit, right? If you could smoke your way to communism, I'll be living in China. Yo, you'd be amazed how many communist views you might hold if you smoke weed, right? But like, and I get tired of everybody going, you know, weed, you know, it can cure cancer, man, and fucking blah. Like, that's not what the weed's for in the cancer. It's about being able to hold down food, and it helps, you know what I mean, relieve the motherfucking, like, the fucking other ailments that come from, like, chemo treatments and things of this nature. I don't think you understand what weed is for. Like, shit, like.
See, because I am pro legalization, make no mistake.
Yeah, I'm a libertarian, right?
I mean, I'm like, you want to smoke it, snort it, inject it, go right the fuck ahead. Constitutionally, that's your right as far as I'm concerned. I see nothing in the Constitution that forbids it.
Yeah, as long as your habit doesn't interfere with the rights of others.
Exactly. That's the sticking point, is when it interferes with other people's rights, then you have to take action. But generally speaking, prostitution, legalize it all, man.
As George Carlin said, selling is legal, fucking is legal.
Why
How
isn't
come
selling fucking legal?
Yes.
Exactly. Now, but I really hate the arguments that a lot of the cultural marijuana people develop. They tend to suck. One of my favorites, man, the Constitution was written on hemp. It's like, what? That's not a legal leg to stand on, motherfucker.
What does that have to do with
How
the
about
price?
how
the
about
price
standing
of
on
rice in China? Jeez.
exactly? How about standing on the Ninth Amendment of the Bill of Rights and the U.S. Constitution? How about standing on that argument, you silly twat? You know, it's these people. You know, I guarantee marijuana would be legal in more places right now if a bunch of these cultural marijuana enthusiasts didn't bounce around giggling every time the numbers 4, 2, and 0 happen to show up in that order.
And here's the other I think marijuana legalization ruined the Libertarian Party.
It may have.
Like, legit. Like, these fucking pro-weed retards, like, yeah, they brought a lot of people to the party, but on the same point, like, not a one of them are worth a shit. Like, they're all garbage fucking hippies.
Yeah, I got 2 words for you, Gary Johnson.
Oh my God, I fucking hate Gary. And the new person's even worse.
Joe Jorgensen?
I don't know who the fuck. It's a broad, I think.
Yeah, Joe Jorgensen.
Okay,
she's the libertarian candidate for president with this election, and she is on the ballot in all 50 states.
She's garbage.
See, why do you say she's garbage?
Wow, because she's a wokety woke.
There has apparently been some debunking on that, but I'm not
bullshit. I commented on the Twitter post where she was full Black Lives Matter and shit.
Oh, didn't she say something to the effect of it's not enough to be to not be racist, you have to be actively anti-racist? Didn't she pull that line?
Yeah, some dumb garbage.
Something
and then she's like, fucking like, oh, fucking libertarians fucking believe in the full rights for fucking all human beings, not just the white ones. Hashtag BLM. Like, fucking, I was just like, I'm fucking done with this bitch. I'm fucking like, no, I'm cool.
Even if it's how do I say this? Even if she misunderstood and wrote what she wrote as part of that misunderstanding, it means she didn't look into the issue deeply enough to understand it. So I have an issue on that level, but I have an issue on the level of, I just want to get rid of political parties. I hate the party system. It is so uniquely anti-American.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a better idea. Can we go back to what the Constitution originally said we should do? Like, by chance, like, can we like not elect our representatives for fucking the federal government and let that happen through our state legislature? And if they start fucking acting like fucking retards, you just call them back?
Well, that's the way it was for the Senate, as I recall, before they amended the Constitution to switch that. No.
Yeah. You know,
I've spent so much time in the Constitution in the last couple of years that it didn't do anything for my ability to retain any of it. It made it muddy in my head.
Like, I do believe, like, you didn't vote for any of your federal representatives.
No, I think the people still voted for the representatives in the House.
No,
the states originally voted for the Senate.
No, like, because your state sent them in, right? So, like, your state could recall them if they started fucking up. That was like the protection for the fucking states' rights.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? That was the fucking beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, so I think that's a better system, because that way you have, like, what you do is you pay attention to your local politicians and make them fucking go like, yo, why'd you send this fucking retard? Right. And when they send somebody really bad, you fucking, you get in their ass and you're able to reach them because they're in your state. They're not like, in Washington, D.C. when you live in California or Texas or Nevada or some shit like that.
You know, you got me angry at myself now.
Why?
Because I now want to change something in the book that we've already published. But it's related, but not directly.
Okay.
In our plain tax plan, we just have a federal income tax that applies to every legal entity. And now I'm thinking, well, how about each state can only collect a maximum of 10% from every legal entity in the state, and then the states have to pay the federal taxes.
It seems better. Seems like a better system.
Fuck. Can't change it now. It's already in the book.
Yeah, like I always think things are handled better at like a state and local level than they are at a fucking federal level as far as shit's concerned.
Yes. It works out though, because our book is not meant to be the end point of the discussion about the many topics that we cover in it. It's actually supposed to be the beginning point. We admit right there in the book, we're not the smartest people in the room. We're just trying. Ideally, what we would like is for more people to start talking about this stuff amongst themselves, like we are now.
What was the one state in America that had prostitution, their wealth from the men working there, and had a whole state ruled by soft chest and lipstick? I don't know. I'll guess Nevada.
Oh man, no, it's a riddle, in a way. There's a clue in the soft chest bit, the soft chest and lipstick. I'm gonna say chest and lipstick.
I would guess Nevada.
I'm gonna go out on a limb because I have no idea. I'm gonna go out just completely on a limb and say East Virginia.
East Virginia. I don't know.
Are you pissed off that there's no East Virginia? We've got fucking North Dakota, South Dakota, North Carolina, South Carolina. Then we've got West Virginia and simply Virginia. Where the fuck is East Virginia?
I feel like then there would be too many Virginias if there was 3 of them.
I say the next time we get ourselves involved in a bullshit war in the Middle East, we just take over that particular country and call it East Virginia.
That'd be like the Fort fucking Virginia, I think. Some shit.
I have issues, man.
Because Virginia already existed before Virginia. Like, was already renamed Virginia for fucking like some other place that was named Virginia. But anyway, yeah, man, fucking like I got lots of ideas about the fucking Constitution and how to solve problems. West Virginia was created to balance an our slave state. Yeah, I know how West Virginia got to be a state. But yeah, so like I always try to come up with solutions on this channel rather than just bitch about fucking
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I think that's one of the. I think that's one of the distinctions is between. I hate to say left and right because I do not like that kind of a bullshit dichotomy. As you know, I believe there's only one true dichotomy, and we've gone around about it a little bit. I believe the only true dichotomy when it comes to politics is liberty and tyranny.
Okay.
I mean, you sent me the video about the trichotomy and all that, and I watched, and it makes some really good points too.
Yeah,
it does get me to examine my position quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, because it's important that we examine our own thoughts, on a regular basis. Fucking
exactly.
That's what I do all the time. Like, I'm always trying to I have no problem talking to somebody if I and then if they have a better way of doing things than I have, I'll always change my ideology, and update it, because I think that's important as an adult and as a man and as a fucking, growing person, that you have that ability.
I agree, and it's also important as whatever stage of life you're in, I guess, to remember to take each case on its merits.
Yeah, but you got to use your wisdom. You know what I mean? If you've seen this before,
yeah, I mean,
that's a beast.
To a certain extent,
that looks like. You know what I'm saying?
To a certain extent, you got to go, okay, I've seen this behavior before. I know where it can lead. That doesn't mean you automatically say, no, let's not do that. That means you keep your fucking eyes on that thing.
you know, like again, like as I said, like fuck, it is important that you always, you know, fucking like keep your, like you learn from experience and shit. Like that's basically what we are, is a pattern recognition machine. That's what, you know, what I mean, human brain is. You know, like you, like 98% of what you do, like that's the reason why like boxers are boxers and you're not. You know what I mean? Like fucking,
Yes.
like a boxer, when a normal person gets hit, they flinch up and they try to like, they might try to put their hands up and shit. But a boxer instinctively steps back, fucking, you know what I mean, puts himself on a fucking pivot and throws a fucking right hand up. You know what I mean, to protect his fucking, puts his left hand up to protect his fucking face. That's a learned behavior, you know, and that's what human beings do. Everything we do is a learned behavior. You know, it's like when they were trying to figure out AI and they were sitting there looking at AI and shit, they discovered that, you know, it's not so much just a vision thing. It's more along the lines of everything we see is relatable to us. Right, and how we use it, you know what I mean. So if like an AI comes up to a chair, it, you know what I mean, it doesn't really know what a chair is, but a human being knows what a chair is because instinctively it can see, I can sit on that.
Yep.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
I could bed that way.
Yeah. You know, and you learn these things throughout life. You know what I mean? That's what your fucking human experience is about, is learning about those experiences one by one and reacting to it as you go through fucking the world.
Yep.
You know, that's why you always look for faces and shit and like, you know what I mean, bunnies in the clouds, you know, fucking, because your brain's trying to fucking recognize that pattern that it hasn't seen before.
Yeah, and often it's so automatic that we don't even recognize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you know that, you can start to subvert the process a little bit and understand what you're doing, and then learn to recognize when you're doing it, and that can change the way you perceive a lot of different things. Oh, hey, how about we call this a little thing like growth?
Yeah. Again, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking maybe we should all like grow and learn new things and be open to new ideas. You know, it'd be fucking, it's amazing. You know, like, and I can run through like their, like the leftist ideology and go like, all right, well, here's the economics, here's how math works, here's how people work, and here's how fucking it's worked out in history. Pretty sure this is a dumb idea. And they go, no, it's never been tried before. And I'm like, you sure, man? Because I remember there was a country or like 5 that went bankrupt doing this. You know, like maybe we should.
Venezuela.
You know, the USSR.
Yeah.
Fucking Zimbabwe. The Weimar Republic. Let's keep going. Like, there's lots of fucking places that have done what you're talking about, and like fucking, it just ends up going bankrupt. Let's talk about France. You know what I'm saying? They passed legislation that said they can't be fired, right? You know, it is what it is, and the whole country was on fucking fire and shit. You know,
I gotta tell you, man, the only thing that comes close to talking about France is talking about Canada. I'm sorry, there is no Canada. As long as there's a Justin Trudeau as a prime minister, there is no Canada. It is Canada. It is a joke state. It makes a banana republic look positively legitimate.
Yeah, look, if I was the president of the United States, like real shit, I would just get up every day, step on the White House lawn, and just curse at fucking Trudeau from the goddamn Rose Garden. You know what I'm saying? Like, just every day I would get up and just talk reckless shit. And I'm like, you say one more thing about me, I'm going to let Saudi Arabia fucking just wipe your ass out next time fucking you talk all that fucking hot shit. Like, oh, I fucking hate goddamn fucking Justin Trudeau. So fucking.
Oh, so do I. But I wouldn't take that route. I would just make a habit of laughing at him.
But wait.
No.
I'd start my day. Every day I'd start my day. Oh, look what Justin.
Why are you mad at Justin Trudeau? He's Canada's first black president.
I think it depends on which event he's going to and which costume he has to wear. Oh my God, he's such a moron. Today I'm going to talk to an Indian tribe, so I'm going to put feathers in my hair. That way they'll understand my language better. Oh, fuck off, Justin.
Oh my God, I would punch that guy in the face so fucking
He's such
fast.
an asshole. He's the kind of guy who's going to tell you that you can't dress up as Tonto on Halloween, but he's going to go to like a Potawatomi tribe council to have a conversation about something, and he's going to dress in every stereotype he can get his fucking hands on and look like a complete ass doing it. But I can't dress up as Tonto
Yeah,
as part of a Lone Ranger in Tonto costume with a friend of mine. Fuck that guy.
All right, yo, look, we've been running about 2.5 hours. I'm gonna get the fuck off of here. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Legit. I probably got to get some sleep because I don't know when the fuck I'm going in to deliver this load. And they're probably going to be bitching at me in like 2 hours, going, "Hey, man, you want to go deliver that load?" And I'm like, "Motherfucker, like, yo, when are you going to tell me this?" You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no kidding.
Anyway, yo, thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Full Metal Joker. Thank you, motherfucking everybody in the chat for coming out here, making this the best live stream I ever had. 50 fucking people watching this bitch, like at one point.
Groovy.
Man. We were at 53 people. Like, yo, on just Tom Pease's motherfucking, you know what I mean, word and fucking Savage alone. God damn it. You know what I mean? Fuck. We were getting it done. Thank you, Golden Bonnie or Floyd, whichever one you want to be called today. And I mean, thank you everybody in the chat and all my subs and everybody. Fucking make sure, man, you go check out Mr. Reaper, check out his fucking book, check out Full Metal Joker's channel. And I mean, usually post up really decent ass content, believe it or not, though he needs a new microphone. You know what I mean? So fucking help. All right, it's Tom Peace and Peter News. Y'all know the deal. Fucking peace be like one, my brothers. I am the fuck up out of here. All right, and bro.